Hey there, everybody. It's Mike here. Once again, um, filling you in on our new adventure. Again, my name's Mike. We're on a new terrifying adventure, and I wanted to give you some hard reality and hard truth and information to that effect in regards to why we made the decision we've made and what we're thinking about it and how we're feeling and things like that. And God willing, there won't be too many planes going overhead. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. Again, my name's Mike. My wife's name is Kathy, and we are on a new adventure. We are relocating to Florida. There's some reasons behind it. One of them made itself very very clear again today. Um, we have been staying with family and another person, and things just haven't been very easy for us in any way, shape or form. They've been getting more difficult as time goes on, and one of the blaring reasons presented itself again today. Now, my wife has some health conditions, and we've been diligently staying on top of it. Luckily, she has Medicare and supplement policy, and it takes care of most everything that we need. But we're having some extreme difficulty here in the Reno area. It has been nothing but pulling teeth to get her health coverage squared up. When we were in Vegas, everything was fine. When we were in Florida, it was better than fine, much better than fine. But when we came here to northern Nevada, it quickly deteriorated. We did everything we needed to do, and we had to go hunting for doctors and the appropriate plan. And we use this service called Chapter, and I think Chapter is amazing. If it wasn't for Chapter, I wouldn't have any hair on the top of my head. I'd have pulled it all out by now. But they had helped us find the most appropriate coverage for her, and we got it squared up. And when we entered the system, we had the exact information they needed. We had cardiologist's name, we had primary care doctor's name, information on all of the tests that they've run, and specifically medication. And here in the northern Nevada area, I hate to say it, but I'm not really sure who's in charge, where, when, or how. But we tried to get everything put together. We found the appropriate plan, and then we had to find doctors. Well, it turned out every time we went to locate a doctor that was on the approved plans list, they'd closed up shop and left. It narrowed down all of our options, the covered doctors, and it was ridiculous. You would not believe how ridiculous it was. I mean, it was doctor after doctor after doctor. Finally, we located doctors, and we had prescriptions transferred. We came in knowing exactly what she was on, why she was on it, and we proceeded from there and asked to have the prescriptions transferred. In the primary care, I don't think he had the whole picture in his head, and but we left the prescriptions with the primary care doctor. We finally located a cardiologist, etc., etc. We got all that squared up. We located a pharmacy, and then we had the appropriate plan, and it has been nothing but a nightmare because she went through open enrollment in the beginning of the year. And of course, you know, the old plan dropped, and we had to find a new plan, and we went through all that again. And then here we go with the medication bit again. Out of nowhere, they changed some of her medications, and that was due to bureaucracy as a result of the insurance carrier. And we had to argue with that because, you know, we had to point out, last I knew, with an insurance carrier, they don't prescribe medication, yet they took it upon themselves to take her off of a particular medication that was, we were told, has been vital since word go, and replace it with something else. It gets even better than that. We had to argue with the insurance company because on the onset of it this year, we were told that it would be covered, and all of a sudden they just decide, oh, well, we'll switch the prescriptions on you. And then they turned around and, well, she hasn't had an adverse effect to the drug we're asking her to take. And I'm thinking, whoa, stop, hold the phone. You're not a doctor. What's going on here? Don't do it like that. So we had to fight for her prescriptions. Oh, we got that squared up. In the meanwhile, the pharmacy was refilling a antibiotic. Have you ever heard of a refill on an antibiotic? I've never. But anyhow, they refilled an antibiotic, and it blew my mind because I brought home her prescriptions and I had the right number of prescriptions, and here they didn't They didn't fill one of her required prescriptions, and we had to go back, and the doctor was all, oops, oops, our bad, our bad, our bad, oops, oops, our bad. I'm thinking, what do you mean you're bad? We've been here for how many months and nobody knows what prescriptions you're on? But it just gets worse and worse. And then with our move to Florida, what I can say about the Florida medical coverage, these people were Johnny on the spot. They had local pharmacies. The pharmacy knew what was going on. The doctors knew what was going on. She had a choice of doctors. The hospital knew what was going on. We did not have any of these issues. It's the most ridiculous thing. You'd think we were right now. You'd think we're in a third world country. In addition to that, she had an emergency room visit at the beginning of the year. And with the emergency room visit, we just got a bill. You wouldn't believe this bill. For the courtesy of sitting in an emergency room for about 14 hours in a wheelchair where she could barely breathe. They kept wheeling her back, doing a test, and putting her back in the waiting room over and over and over. They finally took her back, gave her a treatment, a breathing treatment. But anyhow, we got the bill for this and the breakdown and what was covered by Medicare and her insurance plan and all of that good stuff. Get this, 18,000 some odd dollars. It was almost $18,900 that was paid by the insurance for this one ER visit. And it was a late night ER visit because we had initially wanted to go to an urgent care, but the urgent care advised us to go to the emergency room because, I don't think that, we won't be available until tomorrow morning. So, and here we go with the jetliner noise. I'm hoping it's not going to be too overwhelming. I'll cover up the microphone. Anyhow, that whole situation was just absolutely beyond ridiculous. Beyond ridiculous. It took her about 3 or 4 weeks to shake whatever it was she had. It upset me, but the courtesy of sitting in she didn't even have a bed. It was it, it, not even a bed. And to charge the money they charged was ridiculous. But anyhow, the pharmacy has dropped the ball. I don't even know where to begin, but my biggest priority is her and her health. And then all of the monkey shines going on with the family and the friend here. So anyhow, we're leaning on Florida again. And the reason we're leaning on Florida, in addition to that, is it's more cost effective, believe it or not. She'll have better health care. And as far as placing an RV, the park we're going to go to, it's like $500 a month plus electricity. Then we have our normal bills other than that. If I was to stay here in northern Nevada, of the dumpy parks that are available, and when I say dumpy, they're looking at wanting $1,200 a month plus utilities, and there's not even a place to park our truck. In addition to that, we would have to tolerate the overwhelming cold in the winter. And cold in the winter in an RV is expensive. You have to heat. Propane, 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 propane. The salaries around here, they're not all that wonderful. In addition to that, we're dealing with all of Northern California, or not even all of Northern California. It could be all of California. I hate to say this. I remember California 35 years ago. It is a cesspool now, a complete cesspool. And in my opinion, Northern Nevada has become the cesspool's toilet. It's unbelievable. I don't even know how to describe how. If you were to see 4th Street here, drug addicts, open air drug markets, tent cities everywhere, the homeless using systems and being almost encouraged. They pass out needles. There are Narcan. It's free Narcan on the side of the road everywhere. That's always emptied out on a regular basis. I'm sure if they fill one up, the Narcan disappears in a matter of minutes. There They offer fentanyl testing strips, and I'm like, you don't even know what to say to all of this. So there's some brutal truth right there. And I can tell you a few more things. We're nervous. We're afraid. We really don't want that many miles between us and family, or the family that's here. We don't really want that. I'm nervous for the trip. Very nervous. I know once I pull in down there, I'm going to have a support team around me, but that's a long way. It scares me. And again, this isn't out of desperation. This is out of wanting the right thing for my wife, wanting the right thing for me, the two of us, for our two cats. I'm excited, but I'm still afraid and nervous because the older you get, the harder things are. And I don't want to have to keep doing this. I want this to work. It has to work. I want this to work so bad. I don't want to spend my entire life slaving away. I don't want to have 2 or 3 jobs. I don't want to work 70 hours a week. I want to work a normal job. I want to be able to just survive and work a normal job. Survive and even, if I dare say, thrive. We want to be happy. I want to go to the beach on the weekends. I want to be warm in the winter and not overly stifled in the summer. I want to take her to a restaurant on the weekends every once in a while. And I don't mean a fancy restaurant. I mean, shoot, we could go to Culver's for ice cream and a hamburger. But that's what we want. That's why we're doing this. We're not doing this to spite anyone. We're doing this to save us, to make our lives better. She earned it. I'm trying like hell to earn it. And I'm trying like hell to provide that to her. So in any event, I just finished a 12-hour shift. I'm making this video here because I thought it was important to stay in touch. I want everyone to see and know what we're going through. Our timeline's still on. However, there is one little caveat. We may not leave until Tuesday, and it's because of a very special girl. And I don't want our absence or her to remember a birth date thinking that was the day we left. I think we're that important. I don't know. But I wouldn't want to do that to anyone, so. But in any event, love y'all for watching. My name is Mike. My wife's name is Kathy. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay here. This channel is going to morph into our life, into what we do on a daily basis, how we set up, our journey, our trip there, our ups and our downs. I know it's been a lot of down, but there's going to be ups. There's got to be ups. I'm going to try to make the ups so damn funny and entertaining that people will just be lined up to watch them. But anyhow, Mike here. Like, share, subscribe. Every view means the absolute world to me. Thank you, and you have a wonderful evening. I will see you tomorrow.